The story of Earth and our story also began, how it began and how it reached where it is and where it will take us. In today's episode, we will see the history of Earth from its inception to the present day, passing through all the eras it has gone through, and we will look into the future and see where we will go. The story began 4.5 billion years ago when there was a dense cosmic cloud of gas and dust floating in space known as the Solar Nebula. In the center of the cloud, increasing pressure due to gravity caused hydrogen atoms to fuse together and form helium gas. This fusion released enormous amounts of energy that led to the birth of the sun. After the explosion and the birth of the sun, the remaining gas and dust particles in the solar nebula began to gather together and grow in size, forming small asteroids. Over millions of years, these small asteroids began to gather together due to gravity and form the inner planets of the solar system. And over time, the planets began to develop and grow larger. The planets at this stage are called early planets, and they are still small planets in the early stages of their life. During the formation of early Earth, it collided with another early planet called Theia, which was roughly the size of Mars. This collision resulted in debris composed of rocks and small asteroids that began to orbit Earth like Saturn's rings. Over time, these rocks began to gather together and form the closest body to Earth, which is the Moon. Over the past 4.5 billion years, Earth has evolved and gone through many eras until it reached our present time. In its early stages, Earth went through an era known as the Hadean Eon, where Earth was like a hellish place. Earth suffered from intense collisions, volcanic activity, and lava everywhere, and it had a dense atmosphere that trapped heat inside, similar to Venus today. Of course, at that time, there was no liquid water on the planet. All the water present was in the form of gases in the atmosphere. But over time, temperatures began to drop, and Earth gradually cooled down. After millions of years, water began to condense and turn into liquid water, and the first ocean on Earth appeared, covering the entire planet. And since all life is created from water, life began to appear on this blue planet. After millions of years, land emerged again from under the oceans, and a type of bacteria called cyanobacteria appeared, which began to produce oxygen in Earth's atmosphere. With a decrease in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, temperatures began to drop significantly, and Earth entered a new era known as the Ice Age. Unlike the Hadean Eon, Earth in this era was completely covered in ice and snow, and temperatures were below zero everywhere. This state continued for millions of years until temperatures began to gradually rise again, and life returned to Earth. 250 million years ago, Earth entered a new era and a new era of its life, known as the Age of Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for over 160 million years and were the dominant creatures in the air, land, and sea. There were many types and shapes of dinosaurs, some of which were carnivorous that ate meat, and others were massive that ate leaves. Some could fly, and others could swim. Despite their diversity and ferocity, there were fierce battles and conflicts between different dinosaur species, and they killed and ate each other. But they didn't realize that the real danger was coming towards them in the form of a giant asteroid the size of Mount Everest, whose power was equivalent to 1 billion times the power of a nuclear bomb. When the collision occurred, the age of dinosaurs ended, and nothing remained of them except fossils that indicate the existence of creatures that ruled Earth millions of years before us. Many years have passed, and humans appeared on Earth, and over time, they began to develop and dominate everything on Earth, controlling everything on the planet, and evolving in terms of science and knowledge. But unfortunately, with that came destruction and corruption on land and sea. Indeed, humans have exhausted most of Earth's resources in a very short time and destroyed the planet's ecosystems that have existed for millions of years. Earth is now on the brink of collapse, and humans are looking for an alternative and thinking about colonizing other planets like Mars, which is already planned for colonization. This is if humans can work on these plans before Earth collapses on them or destroys themselves with nuclear war. I advise you to watch the video From Earth to the Edge of the Universe, a wonderful and exciting video. And since you've come this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next videos. Peace.